Hello and welcome back to the Nova Show Real Estate Records. I'm Karla Rivera. I will be your host for today, and I am so excited to introduce you to Jodie Osofsky. She's here with me today, gonna be getting to know her a lot more and just really talk about what big ripple she's made in our industry. I know that she has high communication and negotiating skills, of course, but one of the best things about Jodie is that she really understands real estate is not just about buying and selling. It's about the people and the relationships. So let's dive right in. Jodie, thank you so much for being here with me.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's exciting. So yeah, tell me, I know, well, and we just figured out we had met way back in
Okay.
about 11 years ago when I started this career. So
Yeah.
what got you excited about real estate in the first place?
Okay, so we have to go back 25 years, and I was working in retail for an eyeglass company
Oh, wow.
and working up the management chain and really wanted more, but wasn't a great student, and the thought of a four-year college was exhausting. My mom was a realtor, and I swore
Okay.
he'd never be one. And
Isn't that funny? That happens to the best.
around every time I get frustrated with like my salary, and I'd look at like what my managers were making, and it wasn't that impressive. She's like, "There's a glass ceiling in real estate. You can make as much money as you want in real estate."
Yeah.
And finally, I got the bug and joined her in 2000.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
That's cool to have her as a mentor too. And obviously you already looked up to her as your mom.
Yeah. Yeah. So I worked under her for about the first 4.5, 5 years of my career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's cool that you were able to. I know it can be either really, really good to work with family or sometimes very challenging.
It was both.
Yeah. Okay.
It helped me define how I want to run my business, which was similar but different.
Yeah.
We have different styles, different approaches to certain things. I am a little bit more direct, and I think that served me well.
Yeah, I was gonna say in this industry, you have to have a solid backbone
Yeah.
because how else can you negotiate effectively and
Yes.
get to the finish line?
Yeah. So there was, I think, when I got a little bit more experience, points of frustration when I was working with her. But overall, she taught me so much, and
Oh, I love that.
that I am. So, like, I don't know that I would be sitting here right now if I hadn't had her to lean on.
Oh,
I got really comfy in that nest. And she
yeah.
finally just had to kick me out.
Well,
But
hey, that's a really good leader because if you're able to let your people go and really have them expand their wings, that's huge. So good. You had a great mentor. And yeah, so speaking of challenges, that was going to be one of my questions is early on in your career, what were some of the biggest challenges or a challenge that you remember?
honestly, I would say the biggest one was being taken seriously.
Okay, just from being a newer agent or tell me a little more.
Young, I have kind of a baby face, or
Yes.
did a long time ago. Being taken seriously by people like I am capable of helping them with these transactions, or the older generation.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Oh,
Just in general. Yeah.
I had to kind of peacock and get a car that I shouldn't have been driving, and feel like I had to show the world I was successful before I really was.
So people could take it serious. I know that's it's unfortunate that we do have to do things like that sometimes, but image is important,
It is.
especially as the first impression. And when you're showing up to appointments and consultations, I can see where you felt the pressure to do it.
Yeah, my Nissan Pathfinder wasn't impressive.
Yeah. But a good car is so
It's a great car. That's the frustrating part. I've had my whole career, honestly, is the cars that I would probably enjoy driving.
Yeah.
When I did, for example, a Toyota Prius.
Yeah, also
Got
a great car.
Yeah. And I went from, I think it was a BMW to the Prius, and I pulled up and people were like, "Oh, real estate's not going so good."
Oh gosh. You're like, no, I just want the simplicity. Yeah.
So it was a great car.
I love that.
But I learned there's a fine line. Like you don't.
We have your word of Maserati. Yeah.
Yeah, because then they think, oh, you're getting paid too much. So in my opinion, there's a fine line of showing success without being boastful.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. But yeah, it's funny and it's good to hear that from you because I think a lot of times people forget and they are flashy and it becomes about it. But I know that's one of the biggest highlights of your character is that you are about the people and it's not a transaction for you. So that's also why I think you've been so successful. You're doing it for the right reasons. But I know, okay, so you grew up here in Utah, right?
Grew up in Holiday.
Awesome. So pretty local to the Salt Lake County. And you've seen lots of shifts in the market.
Oh, yeah.
So how did growing up here help? Do you feel like it prepared you more?
I think probably knowing the culture.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
not being necessarily part of the culture, but knowing it and knowing how to navigate it and be respectful and just knowing the areas.
Yeah.
And knowing the nuances of that. And
well, that probably also helped gain that respect and rapport with people. Like, hey, yep, even though I'm plugging into this now, I have grown up here. I do know what is at the different cities or,
Yeah.
That's
one of the biggest things I ask relocating is like, what are your hobbies, your passions? What do you like to do? Where do you want to be able to walk to from your home? Those kind of things, just because I feel like it kind of helps me guide them to a location they wouldn't necessarily think of based on looking online.
Yeah. Or they think they know, and then you're like, oh, no, actually,
they've been told that
that's not the vibe there.
Here.
Yeah. Or they came here for 1 month. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like that. And I know, okay, so kind of going back to the shifts in the market because you've seen it all. And lately, I keep hearing that this last year has been an even more unpredictable market than back in the crash. So, what are your thoughts on it? I'd love to get your insight because you've obviously rode the wave and you've been successful through it all.
Yeah. I almost feel like this is kind of a post-Olympic market in a way. After the 2002 Olympics, I think there was a lot of uncertainty.
Okay.
So many people bought rental properties and then were trying to dump them. I think it's not the same concept, but we're in a similar financial situation. The economy is a little unsure.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot we don't have control over nationally.
Absolutely.
That are going to dictate what our year's going to look like. So,
yeah,
stay tuned. Yeah, I don't know.
Does it scare you at all, or are you just pivoting with it as it comes?
No, it doesn't scare me. I don't think we're headed to like a crash.
Yeah.
Something terrifying. I think it's just, I think agents are going to have to work harder. I think that.
Which isn't a bad thing.
No. And I think sellers are going to have to be more realistic. And that's where the good agents will shine, is bringing those people to reality, not just getting the listing at whatever price the seller.
So your boldness will help in us too. Being direct.
Yes. Yeah, I think that it really is going to matter how you list a property, how you represent the property online. I think the good agents are going to shine in this kind of market.
Okay, so it sounds like actually a lot of opportunity too for the ones that are serious about their career and staying on top of it.
That doesn't mean years and years in the business. It just means
being good at what you're doing. Yeah, absolutely. That's great you brought that up. I actually have always been a believer that it doesn't matter how long you've been in real estate specifically. It's the knowledge you carry and your intention, because someone could have been in it for 30 years but not actually plugged into what is needed.
Yeah. The amount of time in the business really, I don't want to say it doesn't matter at all, but it doesn't matter a ton. There are agents, I know we've all had this experience where we're on the phone with a difficult agent on the other side of the transaction, and they play I've been in the business 700 years. And you pull them up and they've done like 4 transactions.
Yeah, you're like,
So,
I didn't ask.
yeah, years in the business doesn't matter to me. It's a matter of
Yeah.
competency and experience with obviously the contract is complicated.
Yeah.
And navigating it on a regular basis definitely helps you.
Or how quickly are you learning, right? Because each transaction is different.
Yeah.
So if you didn't learn from the things that come up,
Yeah,
it's not going to make you any better.
no, and I think no one knows everything. And the sooner you realize that and don't try and pretend like you know everything to your clients, to the agents. But if you haven't been in a situation, be like, you know what? I haven't experienced this yet. I'm going to talk to my broker. That's what our barriers are there. They were cheated on them. And yeah, I mean, 25 years in, I've done a fair amount of transactions and I still question myself. And if I don't know the answer, I will tell my client, I don't know. You know,
Well, I love hearing that. It's very transparent and honest, which I think people prefer. I don't want you just to guess an answer for me, please. And the biggest decision of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Okay. Good for you. It sounds like you have a good system, which brings up that I know your clients really rave about your high level of communication. So tell me more about that. Like, what is the expectation you set for them and how are you navigating that? Especially with, especially with the more difficult conversations that I know you have to have.
So I start out the very first time we discuss it, whether I've sold a home for them before or not. I say, so I'm direct. Hopefully I have good bedside manner. I will always tell you what you need to hear. It might not always be what you want to hear, but it will definitely be what you need to hear. And so before the transaction even begins, I've set that precedent. And I want to make sure they understand that that is my goal, is to get their home sold. And so many people are like, oh, well, yeah, if you sell it for more money, you know, that extra $5,000 gets me an extra couple $100 in my pocket. That's not why I'm fighting for my clients or trying to get them down in price or whatever it is, negotiate in whatever direction. It's for them. And as long as I keep their best interest at the top of mind, it always works out.
I love that. Yeah. Well, and that's not something you can fake, right? Like people feel it, they see the type of work you're putting into it and whether you really do have their back. So,
yeah, I have funny little story. A couple nights ago, I was talking with one of my best clients, and her mom is in a situation where she needs some care, can't really care for herself completely in her home, but wants to maybe stay in her home, maybe go to a home. We were kind of like all over the place, kind of playing all the different scenarios out. And they need help now. Mm-hmm. So, because my friend needs to get back to work. So
she's been the care.
Yeah, so should we sell the house? My mom's kind of leaning towards selling the house. And I was like, no, that's not the best solution. You know, I can't think of the word. A loan of some sort. That word is.
Oh yeah. Is it is it like a bridge
loan
or a?
Oh my gosh.
The renovation loan?
I haven't had all my coffee.
I know, right? We're on the same page, girl.
I blame the coffee.
I'm over here.
Seniors.
Okay.
Reverse.
Oh, the reverse mortgage. Yes. It's too early. It's okay.
A reverse makes the most sense. She owns her home free and clear. She's 80.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that way she can stay in her home and have care come to her versus getting the home ready to sell, getting it on the market. It's on a busy road. Like I just saw months.
So that's a little bit
down the road. Yeah, where they need help right now.
Right.
So I was like, no, we're not selling the house. She kind of sat there for a minute. I said, don't get me wrong. I would love to sell the house.
But that's so valuable. That
best for you guys.
Yeah.
She was like, wow, you're the best realtor ever.
Absolutely. Because you aren't trying to just get a sale.
Yeah. Like I could have easily listed that house, but that would have been disastrous for them.
Yeah. Well, good of you. Sounds like you really care.
I do. Absolutely.
And that is why you have done so great. Okay, I want to kind of go back in time. So I know how you got into it now, which is awesome. But can you think of the pivotal moment where you were like, okay, I have to level up, and what was it that drove you to do it?
It was when the market crashed.
Yeah. Okay.
I was not.
So rather than running off, you're like, nope, I'm diving in.
Yeah. Yeah. I had just had my second kid.
Oh, yeah.
I was pregnant when the market crashed. It was not ideal.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
When one thing happens, they just pile up and
Yeah.
you're like, and we're doing it.
Yeah. And I looked at everything else. There was nothing else I wanted to do. I have a passion for real estate, but I just really realized how much I'd taken the market that we had just left for granted and not worked hard enough, and I would take my piece of the pie like I should have.
Okay.
And that was really frustrating.
But a big awakening, I'm sure. Yeah.
Sure. So, yeah, I just didn't want that to happen again and dove in and took it serious, hired a mentor and a coach, and took it from there.
Love that. That's actually something I hear a lot with people that are successful in any field, really, but it's getting someone to coach or mentor you.
Yeah.
And just continuing that for life. Because if we're not sitting with the ones doing more, how are we getting better?
Totally. Yeah, no, he was.
Do you still have mentors or coaches currently?
I would say we're still in loose contact.
Yeah.
He's in the Atlanta area.
Oh, okay.
And always has been, actually, in the South. But yeah, I don't use him monthly or anything anymore.
But you're just maintaining the line of contact. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, and I know you're with a team now where there is a lot of open communication and kind of bouncing back idea, brainstorm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Love that training, which we can never stop learning. So that's great. Okay, so that's a moment I think where it just forced you to either dip on the market or step in, and you decided to go for it. So good for you. Well, what is something about this year that happened in your career that you've never seen before? Whether it was a client story or negotiating or just with rates. I mean, it can be anything. But now that you've experienced it.
Huh. That's a good question. Yeah, I would say
you're like, I've seen it all.
Yeah. In the last couple of years, I have seen so much influx and people moving out of Utah. I think, if anything, it's helped me really appreciate how we do real estate in Utah compared to other states. That's probably the biggest realization is our local advocacy with our policymakers. I serve, many levels and have over the years with the Salt Lake Board and with UAR, and I serve on the UAR Legislative Committee, and I've loved that. I've learned so much, and I continue to.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
But seeing how our state operates compared to so many others through the NAR, lawsuit and the settlement and all the things, so many states have had their entire business changed. Oh, where we didn't see a whole lot of change.
Yeah, I could agree.
We're already kind of doing things that way. So it didn't impact us as much as maybe.
Well, and I actually think that came down to clear communication in the first place, right? Had all the realtors been communicating that it was never a forced commission, then it would have been an easy flow into that transition.
Yeah.
And I do believe a lot of people here had already set their clients up for that. So it was like, oh, isn't that what we were already doing?
Really, my clients were like, so what's the difference? Yeah. That was their big question when they come to me after the settlement. So we hear what's changed.
I think maybe the biggest question I heard that was, off for some people was, oh, so we don't have to pay commissions now. But then it was, you never had to. Exactly. It was never a have to.
No, exactly. You can choose to sell it on your own.
Yeah.
But if you want to hire someone, you typically have to compensate them. That's kind of the general rule of thumb with life.
Yes.
If you want professional help, you got to pay for it. So
I always liked the lawyer analogy, right? Is that even the word? I don't know. It's early in English, it's my second language. But yeah, it's like, well, would you go represent yourself in court? Maybe, but probably not for most cases. Yeah.
I feel like absolutely people have the right to sell their home on their own. And if they choose to do that, good for them. Did they get themselves the best deal? Did they save themselves money? They'll never know. Right.
Well, but statistics do show
They do.
that when you hire a professional, you end up netting more.
Yeah.
So
And I find that they
there
tell
is
themselves
that-
nothing tragic happened. It worked out great. Because in their head, they save that money. What they don't realize is people that like for sale by owners like them because they're a deal. But
Yeah.
can beat up on them because they can find avenues that the seller isn't aware of. So I don't even know how we got on that topic.
I know. It's okay. This is the beauty of these podcasts is that we can pivot and talk about anything. And that is a subject, right? Like we do see that in every market where people are wanting to do for sale by owner.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it doesn't work sometimes, but absolutely, I'm a believer in any field. If someone is specializing in it, you betcha I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to fix my AC. Could I if I really tried to figure it out? Probably. It's not worth my time or energy. So, yeah, I feel the same about this. Only more because it's a way bigger asset than an AC.
But yeah, I trust professionals in every avenue.
Yeah.
I have an estate attorney. I didn't go online and Google how to set up my trust. I trusted a professional to do it for me correctly.
Absolutely.
And I walk the walk, walk the talk. I walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love that. Well, and I know a lot of times, and perhaps this is something you even do, is you, in our industry, people are willing to meet and have consultations beforehand. And so I think that's also a pretty good opportunity. And I see it as an interview for both, right? The professional and the client. Like, are we a good fit? Yeah. Are my strategies what you're looking for? And then right away, you can decide together if it's a good idea to move forward.
Yeah, I have turned people down. If I don't feel like they are a good fit for me, if they're going to respect me.
Well, and that's a good position to be in.
That's a hard thing to walk away from. It really is. And you kind of are kicking yourself on your way out the door, but ultimately you feel good about the decision.
Well, and I think this goes back to what you said earlier, really doing what is best for, yes, you, but also them. Yeah. Because if you're not in alignment, it wouldn't have been an easy.
If they don't respect, trust my advice, they need to go find someone that they will.
Yes. Yeah. I love that. And how powerful that you're able and willing to say, okay, this is not it. I'm going to move forward and focus on someone else I can help.
Yep.
And I know you've been able to help lots of families and lots of people. So that's amazing. Okay, so let's take it back even further. When you were a little girl, what was it that you thought you would be doing?
Really, when I was a very small girl, I thought I was going to be a barrel racer.
Oh, what? What is that?
Rodeo.
Like with your horse?
Yeah, the girls that race around the barrels. It's like
so you ripple.
I had a horse as a kid.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I rode my stick horse probably more than I did my real horse. I love that. They sing around my grandma's living room, having her time me. So after wanting to be a barrel racer failed, I really wanted to be a forensic psychologist.
Oh, wow. How interesting.
But I didn't want the schooling that is attached to that. So,
yeah.
I still feel like I would have been an amazing forensic psychologist and an amazing Asian darling, like on Silence.
Yeah.
Or an attorney, because I love to debate.
Well, in a way, though, you're getting to practice that with real estate. Because you are negotiating with the client, with the sellers, or I guess both ends, the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that part of it. It's a lot of
awesome.
fun. Yeah.
That's another big piece of what makes you a great realtor. I think if you don't enjoy negotiating, it can get really challenging.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if you take it too personal.
Yes.
You cannot take it personal.
That's true. So that actually brings up another question for me that I wasn't planning on, but people get really emotional about buying and selling and even investing, although that should be more of a, hey, we're looking at numbers, makes sense, doesn't make sense, it's a business decision. But I have seen people get very emotional. How do you...
Usually ego.
Yeah. Yes, we could all let go of ego
Yeah.
a lot.
In the negotiations with an investor, I find that
Okay.
it's an ego that gets in the way, typically.
So how are you navigating this with your different kinds of clients?
I mean, with clients, I explain to them that I'm here to remove the emotion.
Okay.
I'm here to be their clear mind. Like buying and selling your personal home is emotional. There's no way
Absolutely.
around it. It is your home. It is going to be your home.
It's the memories,
all the money,
yeah, absolutely.
your savings. Like it is an emotional thing, and you can't take that away from anyone. But what they hire us for is our expertise, but also to be the clear head, the one that isn't personally vested in the situation, to help them navigate it in their best interest, see past the 5-yard line, and know in the future what will benefit them versus what it feels like right now.
That's a good way to explain it.
I think that agents, ego, emotion, they get wrapped up in it and think, well, I need this commission, right? Like I need to make my house payment, whatever it is. And they forget about what it is for the client. And sometimes it's just to be the better agent. That's the ego part, right? Like you're negotiating with another agent. It's like, well, I'm going to show my buyer I'm the best. Yeah. And they kind of lose sight of what your client actually wants is for the home to sell or to buy the home. And
not to win an argument. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And not to take advantage of someone necessarily, just to get a fair deal or a good deal.
Right.
Yeah. So I think when the biggest challenge for me is when I have an emotional agent on the other side.
More than the client.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Removing your,
and that makes sense.
Not engaging. Yeah. Going to text sometimes.
Yeah.
The phone doesn't work for them.
Well, and it's nice that that's even an option now because everything is there. There's no, oh, I didn't say this or I did. You're like, oh, whoa. If you scroll.
Yeah. Yeah. That is nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. When I was a newer agent, we presented offers in person. We sat down at the kitchen table with the seller and the other agent. And I found a lot less emotion and bickering between agents happened back then because we were face to face.
Well, and you're doing it together at that point. So it's more of a collaboration. Yeah.
Yeah, you were face to face with them. You don't want to be a jerk. You can hide behind your phone.
Sure.
Be a real jerk.
Well, and not to mention, you can't read tonality well over even a call sometimes because you're not seeing the facial expression.
Yes. I was very sad the day that presenting in person went away. Honestly, I kind of fought it for a minute because I really enjoyed it.
Well, I don't blame you, especially having that experience.
Those transactions just stayed together better.
Yeah.
People got less excitable over small things during.
Well, and the effort to me is a lot bigger. So I bet it also was just when it was necessary versus every little detail having to hop on a call.
Yeah.
Well, good. I didn't know that, but that's really cool. Okay. What is something that you think, it's kind of along these lines, clients don't see during your under contract process that you wish they understood?
Oh boy. I try to give them material showing, demonstrating all the things that we do. Yeah, background. Do they read it? I don't know. Probably. Kind of feels like we're constantly communicating, right?
Yeah.
We're getting the home ready to list. When we're marketing it or when we're out looking for that home, we're sending each other properties. We're communicating constantly. When we're negotiating, we're communicating constantly. And then when the home goes under contract, if I'm the listing agent, then we're kind of
waiting.
Yeah. It's just a big, giant waiting room. And it can feel like a void. Like I am not communicating with you as much because I don't really have anything to say. And that's a hard call or text, but it's an important one. Be like, hey, just so you know, I am still waiting. I've reached out to them, wondering when the inspection is.
No, absolutely. I think they would rather hear that than nothing at all. So you're absolutely right.
Absolutely. But I think we tell ourselves that we have nothing to tell them, so we'll communicate with them when we do. What they don't realize is,
meanwhile, they're feeling abandoned.
They're sitting all
They're having anxiety.
My house sold. Did the inspection go well?
Did they come or not for the inspection? Yeah.
Wondering.
No, that's true.
I think just constant communication of
So that is something you want them to understand. Like, hey, even though I have no news for you, I'm still here for you.
Yeah,
Love that.
and there's obviously things we're doing in the background with the title company and so on and so forth, but I think just letting them know we're on top of it is the
Right.
most important thing.
Yeah. Well, good. That's a really good one. If you were brand new, starting in today's market, what is something that you would prioritize to get running?
Your database,
Hmm.
without
Okay.
question. Yeah.
Would you dip into the people that you already know? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Versus just starting on web leads and things
So
like that.
yeah, let's say
I know they both work,
here,
but
right?
yeah.
My buyer's agent partner that works with me, she moved here in 2021.
Oh yeah,
Moved
so
to Utah.
recently.
Yeah.
At another
And didn't
peak
know anybody.
of a change in market.
Yeah, didn't know anyone. Her and her husband picked up from Georgia and decided, we want to talk because
Very different. Yeah.
yeah. So they really she didn't know anybody. She started with nothing. And it really was awesome to see her try to get out there and meet people. Open houses are a great way to meet people if you don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But if you've lived here, if you have friends, that's where you start for sure. And I am a believer of not throwing everybody on there, but having a conversation.
For sure.
This is what I'm doing. Are you comfortable with me communicating? Am I someone you would refer? Right? Or am I someone you would use?
Then okay, great. I can reach out to you and stay.
You don't want to invest your time in just a bunch of people that may or may not use you in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's my approach.
No, and that's what's worked for you. So I like it. I think this goes back to just you being pretty straightforward and to the point. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Is it something we can work on together?
Yeah, not trying to get you to buy or sell a house every year.
Would you think of me for the people
that
you
very top of mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. And I know there's different strategies to do that, but it's good to know. So if anyone were entering real estate today, that would be the key.
Get your database together.
Yeah.
Don't wait 5 years.
Well, and why not keep communicating with your people anyway, right? Like whether you're in real estate or not, take care of your people, reach out.
See how they are. I don't have wins yet. What am I going to send them? Well, you send market statistics. You send them your brokerage wins.
Of course.
Until you have your own.
Or even just a call or message to check in. People value that so much. I think it's so undervalued, or not undervalued, but underrated that it has such high value.
It does.
Like there's times that if I get a message just like, hey, thinking of you, how's everything going? It makes my whole day. Yeah. And that's all it has to say. So
true. Doesn't have to have
goes a long, long way.
State message attached to it, especially if they're friends. They just want to hear from you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, good. That's really good advice. And with that, I want to go forward now because this is perfect. We just entered a new year, which is kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure I already messed up and wrote 2025 on stuff or typed, I guess.
On the January 2nd. Yeah. Harry Styles might be coming out with a new song today. Oh. Has it?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'll look for that. Yeah. But entering a new year, I know people are excited about goals. I'm assuming that you check your goals throughout the year, but
yeah, okay. I would say I used to be better at it up here. Yeah, know what I want.
You're checking in with
and
it.
Yes, I wrote them down on paper. I'm not so much for all the
visuals. Yeah, like the vision board.
I'm not saying it's that probably would do me service. I just haven't taken the time to do it.
Yeah. Well, and you don't have to. I think different things work for different people, right? Some of us are super visual, so having that reminder is like, oh, yes, that is what I said I was going to work on. Other people are just subconsciously working on the things because the end game is clear in their mind. But no, my question really is, do you have, well, let me rephrase this. If you could meet one goal that would ensure that the rest of your goals are met, what would that be?
Buy an investment property every other year.
Ooh, I like that. And what would that do for you?
Set me up for retirement, set my kids up. Yeah.
I love that. Well, and it's within your work anyway.
Yeah.
Have you done an investment property before? Not yet.
Isn't that crazy? So, my previous life when I was married, it just wasn't something that my partner and I aligned on.
Okay.
And when we separated, that was a big one for me, is knowing that is something I've always
But you definitely want to do it.
I will do.
Cool. And are you thinking like a door so you can long-term rent, or you want to flip? Okay.
No flipping. No.
Yeah.
Once I buy it, I want to own it forever.
Smart.
Yeah.
That is how you build more wealth. So, I mean, both work, but the other one is more short term. Yeah. Okay, well, that's exciting. I'm going to check back with you on that one.
Yeah,
Because
the home that I'm in right now that I bought for my new life.
yeah.
I
Congrats,
bought-
by the way.
Thanks. I bought with investment in mind.
Okay.
Knowing this would be a good rental.
That's so smart.
Strategically, location, layout, everything.
Right, like in the event you have to resell or rent or whatever, you had that all in mind.
Yep.
Love it. Okay, also, what? I love how you phrased that, my new life. I'm stealing that if that's okay.
No, it's totally fine.
Sounds way better, way positive.
Yeah.
So great.
It is.
Well, what other things do you have? I mean, not necessarily planned, but what are you looking forward to for the next year to 3 years, whether it's within real estate or not?
So, the next 3 years exactly, I am really wanting to focus on future investments.
Yeah.
But I just really want to grow my market share.
Okay.
And set my business up for the next phase where I can maybe sit back just a little bit
Out of the operator a little bit more. Yeah.
with me a little bit more. And I don't know. I love my clients so much. And
It's hard. No, if I let go
out completely. But yeah, I've got a kid in grad school that isn't cheap.
Wow.
So
Congrats.
need to pay for that. And yeah, I've got a lot of personal financial goals that I need to accomplish. And so my business has to support that.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're ready to grow in that way and get more into maybe the owner role versus operator.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah, I think there is a time though where you have to do both until your people are set up in the way that you would do the things.
Yes.
And that's the hardest part probably, is that we are all doing things a certain way, and it's very difficult to find anyone that's going to do it the same. Yeah, not that it's better or worse. It's just we get so used to doing things our own way that it's like, ugh, I wouldn't have done it like that. But sometimes it ends up being even better.
It does. Yeah. It's kind of funny. Just
Yeah.
hearing a different approach.
And then you're like, oh, okay.
My initial
reaction is to reject.
No, I don't do that. And I'm like, why am I saying that?
But then you're like, oh, this actually worked. Yeah. No, I've had to learn that the hard way, where I'm like, oh, why did I even try to push that back?
Yeah.
Where now I'm seeing, this is easier or quicker or more efficient. Like,
Ego.
if I would have just observed and let it, and if it failed, oh well, we would have started over and done it my way, right? But do you listen to Tony Robbins at all?
Not really.
Okay.
No, I have.
Yeah, but you know who he is.
Yeah.
That's something I heard from him like years ago, and then just barely like a year ago, I started actually allowing things to go not my way. But it's good.
It's good. It's humbling. It helps you learn a lot about
Absolutely.
yourself.
Yeah. Well, this is exciting. It's like everything you're saying sounds like this will be a really big next year to 3. We've got an investment property coming.
Yeah.
Growing in a team aspect, I'm assuming. I know you said you have your buyer partner as well. But yeah, room for more.
Yeah.
And what's something personally that you're looking forward to?
Well, I am looking at in the next year buying a home with my boyfriend.
Oh, yay for your new
My home is sequential, and yeah, finding a space that is both of ours and merging our families. Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's a big step.
It is.
And now you get to experience what your clients experience.
Yep.
All the ups and downs of the process.
Yep.
So
yeah, we should all kind of buy and sell.
Oh, yeah.
Every 5 to 10 years.
So we get a cute reminder of like, whoa, this is what we're making people.
Moving sucks.
Yeah. I agree. Well, and it's so funny how all of a sudden you realize you have so much crap that you don't need. You're like, why do I have this?
Yeah, and in that phase right now.
Yeah, of the declutter.
Even after I downsized so much a few years ago and got rid of so much, why didn't I get rid of this back then?
I do this to myself also, like every few months, where I just get this rage of I have to clear my space. But then I'm like, why didn't I? Exactly what you said. Like, why did I wait to do this?
I hold on to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But good that you're conscious of it. A lot of us aren't. And then we just hang on
Sarah
forever.
is my bestie. We just
Yeah.
load up the truck and drive.
I love that. Well, cool. I mean, I've loved this. It's fun to get to know you, especially where you are now versus back in the day. I never would have thought we'd be here doing a podcast together.
True.
But you're super inspiring, and I love that not only like you're succeeding in your business, but you're keeping your personal life in mind, and it sounds like it's very aligned. So that's great. Yes.
This has been fun.
Good. Well, thank you so much for doing it and making the time, especially at the start of the year.
It's great. It's a great time.
Yeah. Agree. Well, is there anything you'd like to share, whether it's for friends, clients?
Supposed to say something very like profound and deep.
No, not at all. If anything, like I know you're always available to help and have the right mindset and heart for all of this.
Yeah, I have a huge passion for our industry. I think that we together can rise each other up. We have to police each other and hold each other accountable when there's stuff that shouldn't be happening, just to protect our industry and protect our clients in the future.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's very to the point. I love it. Cool. Well, thank you. And thanks everyone for joining us. We will see you next time.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please rate us, like us, and share this podcast with our real estate community. The Nova Show Real Estate Record, sharing raw stories of real estate failures, lessons, wins, and successes. This is all from Novation Title, bringing a different experience into your world so that we can all uplift each other. Until next time.